I don't agree with Joe Biden on anything, but I don't believe, neither do I believe or deny what these dark, evil women, meaning that dirty women on the inside, are saying about Joe Biden being sexual misconduct. He did this to them and it's sexual and all that crap. They want to stop. Somebody's behind that, and they want to stop Joe Biden because they don't want a white male running for president. A white straight male running for president representing the Democratic Party. And I don't believe them, and I neither believe or disbelieve. I'm just watching and listening, all right? And I don't know why anyone would believe liberal women anyway. You have to be out of your mind. So I talked about all that. And as a result, there were several people disagreeing with me. Even my PR guy disagreed. Urban disagreed with me. Oh, you're taking it too far. Oh, you're protecting Joe Biden or something like that. And I'm like, no, I don't know Joe Biden to be guilty of this. This is not the way we treat one another. There were callers. I had a young lady call me 2 days in a row, I believe. One day she thought I hung up on her for some reason. But disagree with me about Joe Biden. And I find it interesting that there are people want to believe this stuff without proof. You just can't believe what someone says about another person without proof, even if they're speaking bad things or good things. Let it go in one ear and out the others. And what you don't know is that evil is influencing men and women of all races, all colors to destroy men and women of all races, all colors of good. It's happening like I've never seen it before. It's so out in the open. And it's the craziest thing I ever seen. But it's happening. And there are Christian men and women who believe evil. They believe the people of evil. And the reason they believe it because Satan tells them, yes, that's true. Look at that. Look at how he's kissing them on the back of the head. Or look how he's touching the kid. It's so crazy. Lo and behold, I made it home in time to watch Tucker Carlson last night on Fox News. And I was stunned that he was apologizing for believing the lie or going along with the lie from the children of the lie. Tucker Carlson is a TV talk show host on Fox News. And Tucker Carlson, like a lot of you out there, was quick to judge Joe Biden for being a so-called creepy, and even went on air Monday to be so-called creepy. And he even went on air Monday evening to publicly humiliate the former vice president. And here's what Tucker, because even my PR person and others were saying, yeah, he is creepy. The media is presenting him as creepy. Satan confirms it in your head. Now you say it. It's a turn to say it. And I'm only bringing this up because I want you to know every thought is a lie. No matter what. You're not your thought. Every thought is a lie. That's why you have to bring them all into captivity. That means don't believe any. This is from Fox News. Here's what Tucker Carlson had to say about Joe Biden on April 1st. Tucker Carlson tonight.
Before we begin this next segment, a warning to our viewers at home. This is a show with a sense of propriety, a family show. We try not to put anything on the screen that we'd be ashamed to show our own children. So with that in mind, you may see pictures as this progresses that make you uncomfortable. You might want to leave the room. You think he is a warm person. I know him. He is warm. On the other hand, it's a lot of hair sniffing. This is the guy who the Secret Service said used to swim naked in front of them, including female agents. There's something a little creepy here. What should we think about this? Hair sniffers have no place in the modern Democratic Party. The rules are changing fast, but that's apparently where we are right now. In any case, it is not a great look for Joe Biden. Keep in mind, he is the man who has, over the years and many times recently, bemoaned the fraying of America's moral fabric.
To stop this enormous erosion of the moral fabric that's at the hands of Donald Trump and the Republicans.
The moral fabric is fraying. The good news is the moral fabric softener smells amazing.
And to Tucker Carlson credit, right on Tucker, he realized that he was wrong. He realized, that he was wrong. I've come to realize that you can't believe what you see with your eyes, folks. Your eyes lies because your eyes is influenced by what is wrong. It's an illusion. I'm telling you. Tucker Carlson, to his credit, then realized he had made a mistake and apologized last night on air for judging Joe Biden.
We want to begin tonight's show with an apology. Apologies aren't something you often hear on cable news on this or any other show, but we're offering one anyway. There's no lawsuit forcing us to do it, no court order making us or skittish advertisers. We're sincere in this. We mean it. It has to do with Joe Biden. Biden, as you know, is planning to run for president again. He's been back in the news this week in all the wrong ways after a series of women accused him of inappropriate physical contact. Biden's first accuser, Lucy Flores, described what it was like to have the former vice president kiss the top of her head. Another accuser, a woman called Amy Lapos, remembered that Biden once gave her an unwelcome Eskimo kiss. And then yesterday, two more women came forward. One of them recounted that Biden had once hugged her, quote, a little too long. Well, this is how presidential campaigns die. But Biden's a politician, and he had no choice. They drove him to it. And so did we. And that's the point of tonight's apology. When the story first broke that Biden had been passing out Eskimo kisses and sniffing other people's hair, it was irresistible. You couldn't not laugh at it. And we heartily did. We mocked Joe Biden as a compulsive hugger, a cuddler run amok. It was too amusing.
Amazing. I get a warm, fuzzy feeling from that. When you can admit that you're wrong, it's amazing. That's when freedom comes. I said from day one, I didn't believe these women, nor do I doubt it. But I know hugging and kissing is not sexual misconduct. This is made up by the children of the lie, and especially the liberal women children of the lie. And the beta males follow right along with these women, not knowing that these women would turn on you as well. They will. They'll turn on their own daddy to get power or to destroy. It's amazing. And I've heard these liberal women falsely accuse their own fathers of molesting them. When this whole thing started way back when, and several of them have come back and apologized. Even their mothers, in some cases, have made them believe that their fathers molested them to turn them away from their fathers. It's pure evil, folks. You got to get to know yourself. You have to doubt every thought. You have to watch and wait. Here's some more of Carson's apology.
But we should have said every bit as loudly, and what we apologize now for not saying, is that hugging is not sexual assault. Eskimo kisses aren't rape. That used to be obvious. It's not obvious anymore. Yep. And so we're sorry for helping to blur the distinction between human affection and coercive immoral behavior. The last thing this country needs is more aggrieved people who think they've been assaulted because a senior citizen hugged them wrong. And so we apologize for adding to that nonsense and anti-human hysteria. But hugging people is not a sin. Sorry, it's not, even if many on the left would like to criminalize it. A country where you're afraid to touch other people is a country we don't want to live in. It's a sick society. It's a cold and antiseptic place, a fearful place, a society where censors watch and judge your every action, a place where it's unwise to get too close to other people. In a society like that, exuberance and human warmth are too risky to display in public. It is a joyless PC hell. Nancy Pelosi and so many on the left already live there. You can see it on their faces. They are miserable and afraid. They insist that we join them. We won't go.
Amazing. It was really, really nice to finally hear someone else agree with what I was saying. I said it on Monday. I said it on Tuesday. I may have said it on Friday. I'm not sure. I forgot. Friday's over. But Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, I was under attack for saying, hey, you have no proof that Joe Biden is a so-called sexual harasser or committed sexual misconduct. You can't believe these people? Let them say it, let it go out in one ear and out the other, because there are men and women who are being influenced by evil, and there are those who are being being influenced by good. Evil wants to destroy good, and good wants to destroy evil. And you are just a vessel being used by one or the other. You are not in control of anything. Boy, was I attacked for that. And I don't mind the attack. I'm just saying. Finally, somebody else is saying it in a big way. The Democrat leadership also seemed to not be able to agree on Joe Biden either.
So should Biden stay out of the Democratic race? Well, the other candidates can't make up their minds on that question. Watch.
I believe Lucy Flores, and Joe Biden needs to give an answer.
Should he not run as a result?
Look, that's for Joe Biden to decide.
You know, I believe Lucy Flores.
Isn't that
He's going to
amazing?
decide whether he's going to run or not.
I don't think it's disqualifying, because I think disqualifying is with what your intention is. I do think this about communication in general, beyond this. I'm a member of the Straight Arm Club. I mean, I'm a straight armor. And all of this. I just pretend you have a cold and I have a cold.
Amazing. And even that woman, Pelosi, is cautious how she deals with people because these evil people. I say, don't fall for it. Don't let the children of Satan tell you how human beings should interact with one another. After a while, we won't even be able to look at each other unless you be accused. And it's at that point now, in some cases, you can't let the children of the lie dictate how the children of truth should be. It's crazy, folks. And I want to skip over this break, Joanna. Can we do that? I don't want to stop.
Yeah.
Okay?
You'd have to stop first. You have to stop for a second while I blow through the break, but I'll let you know.
Do we have to play the break?
No.
Can we skip over it?
Yeah.
But I'll have to stop and let you do it.
Yeah.
Okay. And to put the icing on the cake, it was amazing. And not only did Tucker Carlson agree with me, without knowing he agreed with me, I don't know if he heard what I had to say about it or not, to put the icing on the cake, he brought in a brilliant, smart, conservative woman who totally agreed as well. It was so amazing. And as soon as I skip over this break with Joya, I'll play that for you, then we'll take some calls. And the reason I'm doing this, folks, because I want you to know you're not in control of anything. That's why you're just there. That's why God wants you to become a living being so he can operate through you with perfect love and allow you to see the evil that is our battle. It has nothing to do with color. It has nothing to do with male or female. It is right or wrong. No racism, sexism, homophobia, Islamophobia, Debbie Data. So what? Oh, okay. So to put the icing on the cake, Tucker Carlson had a conversation with a brilliant lady, an honest woman by the name of Heather McDonald. And I've had Heather on this show before. I interviewed her several times. And she had a conversation with Tucker Carlson about why the feminists are to blame for all this what's happening in the negative at this point. Watch this.
How about accepting the diversity of an older generation that has a different style of engagement, that has not been terrorized into frigid self-criticism by the feminist harpies that cannot understand that there are different human beings, there are different ways of relating to people. This is going to end normal human intercourse as we know it if they're allowed to get away with this. These females have all said there was nothing sexual about it. Okay, the conversation should end there. But the new standard now that feminists are setting is they determine by their subjective experience the character of experiences. There's no reasonable person standard. We're certainly not going to accept the male's view that, as Biden said, I had no intention to offend anybody. I was not intending anything sexual. None of that matters now. If a feminist feels offended, then the interaction is objectively offensive. And that is a recipe for chaos and alienation.
Amazing. I cannot tell you the number of men who have been falsely accused because people listen to all these lies from the media, from these women and beta males who hate straight, conservative Christian men of all colors. It's just crazy, folks. And they can make you see whatever they want you to see, especially if you listen to the imagination. And that's why another reason it's so important to let thoughts go in one ear and out the other. Don't believe just because someone said it. Wait and see. You can hear it, but let it pass through. And be careful what you hear, too. But don't let Satan confirm this stuff for you. Those are not your thoughts. Here's the last soundbite. Joe Biden released an apology on Twitter where he admitted that he was not aware that he was invading people's personal space.
There's something sad, pathetic really, about watching a 76-year-old man apologize for not understanding selfie culture. You'd hope your own golden years would be a little more dignified than that.
In my career, I've always tried to make a human connection. That's my responsibility, I think. I shake hands, I hug people, I grab men and women by the shoulders and say, you can do this. Now it's all about taking selfies together. Social norms have begun to change, they've shifted, and the boundaries of protecting personal space have been reset. And I get it. I get it. I hear what they're saying. I understand it. And I'll be much more mindful. That's my responsibility. My responsibility, and I'll meet it. But I'll always believe governing, quite frankly, life for that matter, is about connecting with people. That won't change, but I will be more mindful and respectful of people's personal space. And that's a good thing.
Amazing. I don't know why it sounds water like he's underwater, but good. Prior to the takeover of evil liberal women and weak beta males, that was normal what Joe Biden was doing. Every generation have done that, and no one thought of it as sex. And now these evil women want to completely take over, and beta males, because they are afraid of women and been destroyed by their mothers, they are okaying it, and Christians are afraid to fight against it because they'll listen to the influence, not all Christians, but they'll listen to the influence of Satan validating what their eyes are seeing. Natural human beings' ways of living and treating one another and not thinking all those crazy thoughts are disappearing. What Joe Biden just explained is normal human life prior to the takeover of liberal evil women and beta males allowing it to happen too. It's mind-blowing. You better wake up, folks. It's either good or evil. And I'm just blown away at the number of Christians, so-called Christians, who are going along with the evil people. There have been so many families and friendships and relationships and sons and daughterships that have been destroyed because the children of the truth are believing the children of the lie. And Satan will let you see whatever you need to see and believe in order to destroy you. He came to rob, steal, and kill. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.